Hi guys, this is Long Box Diving, and actually I had to wait for the kids, so I decided to go ahead and do the car video version of a review. And this is J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams Spider-Man with Sarah Pacelli doing the art. And this thing is it's pretty good. Now, the cover itself is okay. I mean, it's interesting, but it's it's kind of a little boring. Not a lot happening on it. Different trade dress, by the way. And then we open up, and we get this scene here. This explosion happening. We've got dust through the air, things blowing up. It looks like we got snow, but it almost at first I thought it looked like ash. And then we got, MJ running, calling for Tiger, which we all know is the nickname for Spider-Man. And apparently he's on that bridge. And he's having a fight with this dude right here. This dude comes slamming down, says, "Help me, Spider-Man, we need you." And look at all his goons. Look at the razors on his hands. He is creepy looking, and that is a good image there. And so they swarm Spider-Man, and they're attacking him. His arm is slightly, you can see it there. It looks really damaged. It looks like he's got a bone sticking out. So they start swarming him, and the bad guy gets MJ. Oh boy! Now, spoilers in this. So if you don't want to watch anymore, you better stop now. But he flicks her off the bridge. Spider-Man comes swinging over to try to catch her, and he didn't get her in time. They ended up killing MJ. Now you look at Spider-Man there. He is missing his right arm. It was too badly damaged. We see his son there, his young son. And so now it's 12 years later. And his young son is now a teenage boy. And we find out his name is, look at that, his name is Ben. So Ben heads to school, and there's a bully there, and he punches him through the door, which is surprising that he is that kind of strength. But yeah, he punches the kid through the door, which I guess it kind of relates a little bit, him being Spider-Man's kid and all. So he ends up in the principal's office, and his dad shows up and bails him out, and then we see that here we are again. See, Spider-Man's got a prosthetic. And the whole conversation here is like, hey, I was protecting someone. Now, I didn't like how the letterboxes kind of overlapped each other. It made it a little hard to read really clear. You get the idea, but basically Ben's like, you've never helped anybody ever. You don't know what it's like to help people. I feel like I need help. And down the line we have, Ben arguing with his dad, which we've all done. Kids argue with their parents, but it's about helping people. And Peter knows that he's not there for his kid. He's actually traveling a lot. Aunt May is actually having to do, the raising of Ben. And so, Ben's feeling a little rejected, a little left out, a little not having his dad around. And now he has this issue with things going crazy. And like here we have, he accidentally pulled the door off and snapped the door. Look at that. That was crazy. And so, Ben's, having problems, having to talk to, he's dreaming about his mom. He misses his mom. He misses his dad. And Aunt May's still around, and Aunt May's talking to him. Hey, it'll be all right. Everything will be fine. And then, Ben goes to school the next day. He ends up in, detention, and he meets this new girl. Her name is Faye Otto. Now, Faye is got green paint all over her face. Apparently, she was standing up some teachers, and it looks like Ben kind of likes Faye a little bit. And so we have them having a conversation, and then we're back to the big baddie. And so apparently he's watching some subject. He's doing something there, and he's still got his it's been 12 years, but he's still got that grotesque cybernetic body he's got going on. This old creepy face, and then he's got somebody in that tube, and I am not sure who that is yet. And so it'll be very interesting if that was MJ. And then we got Aunt May is talking to Peter and going, hey, you need to be here for your son. He's starting to go through things. He's starting to have the same things that happened to you as a kid. He's now experiencing the same thing. Where are you? And Peter's like, well, I think you guys are all better off without me. I'm just going to keep traveling, And it's sad, but it's also, again, very interesting. Peter with a character flaw. We have a main character in the story that has a character flaw. He has got problems. He's got qualities, but he's also got some vices as well. So we'd like to see how that pans out. And Aunt May's like, hey, you need to help. And he's like, I'll be there when I can. And then we have, Ben having a dream of his mother covered in red and maybe blood, I'm not sure, but he ends up wake up screaming, and he's stuck to the roof of his bedroom for some reason. Apparently he is definitely getting Spider-Man powers. So he is stuck to the top of the ceiling, and Aunt May comes in and goes, "Hey, sweetheart." He goes, "I'm on the ceiling." She goes, I'll help you get down, love. There's something you need to see." So, Aunt May is really good. I love this Aunt May character, and I like the fact that she knows about Peter and she knows about the powers, and here she can help Ben get through whatever he's going through and the struggle that he's about to have with this. So she takes him upstairs into, I guess, it looks like the attic. It's got a bunch of boxes. And she goes, "Hey, I want you to look under the floorboards. And then I want you to get the box." The box just says, it says memories, right? And then you open it up and it's got some pictures of Peter and MJ and their wedding and him as, Ben as a baby. And they got a picture of Peter Parker's press pass and all the notes to Tiger and I guess all the love letters. And Aunt May said, "I want you to look underneath all those memories, underneath the pictures. I want you to look underneath the letters and all these things, and I want you to see something that can help you, something that you're going to need." And he finds that. Whoa. And so it throws back to that first part where he's like, you don't know what it means to help people. Now, we don't know if Spider-Man's lore now. He quit being Spider-Man. It looks like he quit being Spider-Man. And it looks like this is the last suit he ever wore. It's all tore up, shredded, and it's up in the attic. So I guess the world hasn't seen Spider-Man in a long time. So, but I wonder if there's stories passed around. Is that something that's common urban legend, or something that they've talked about, or they knew there was a Spider-Man, but now Ben sees, my dad was Spider-Man. That's got to be pretty cool. But then he knows his dad. So how is that struggle? How is that going to be? How are they going to relate that to? How is he going to learn to be Spider-Man? How is he going to learn to deal with his dad? After the conversation in the car, you don't know how to help people, but yet he was Spider-Man. He did help people. So, all that I find really, really interesting. And we see the last page with J.J. Abrams and Henry Abrams, Sarah Pacelli. We got Dave Stewart doing the colors. So this is so far the art is fantastic. I like the art. It's really well done. The colors are great, and the story is pretty good. I like, it's got me interested. I want to see where it's going to go. I want to see what they're going to do with it. How they're going to play this new version of Spider-Man that's not Peter Parker, but it's Ben Parker. And how he gets, they get to retell the origin story. They get to retell how Spider-Man became Spider-Man without actually touching Peter Parker. And then you have characters with flaws. Ben punched a dude, but yet he wants to help people. And, he's got, and then he also blushes when he meets a girl. You got Aunt May. She knows what's going on. I like that. And then you got Peter missing an arm. This is, that's crazy different. So overall, I would have to say this is probably a recommend. If you haven't gotten it, I'd go ahead and get it. And I will definitely probably be getting issue 2 as well. I really did enjoy it. I wasn't sure. J.J. Abrams movies, yeah, okay. But will it do good? Will it translate well in a comic? And will they be messing up Peter Parker? Will they be messing up Spider-Man? But no, so far this is actually going to be looks like it's going to be a pretty good series. So I would definitely recommend you go out and get it. And if you like this review, please like and subscribe. I know it's a little different, being out in the car, a little bit of traffic. I apologize for that, but I definitely wanted to get my thoughts down and get it out to you all. So if you like this review, like and subscribe, and we'll see you here next time in the Long Box.